Do you ever get the feeling that you are blocking your own financial abundance? Oh my goodness, in today's very special interview, I have brought in a great friend, Vanessa Bowen, who's going to talk about how you might be getting in your own way and how to change your mindset so you can start attracting the money, the financial freedom and abundance that you want. For more super simple and easy to implement business building advice, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell so you're alerted when I post new videos every Monday and Thursday.
Hey everybody, welcome to our very special guest interview with Vanessa Bowen. Hey Vanessa.
Hey, so glad to be here.
Oh my gosh, we are so excited that you're here. Everybody, if you haven't yet met Vanessa, we met, I think at a Babe event in Toronto like a while ago.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago. And I asked Vanessa to come on because where Vanessa's expertise lies is in not just finance and wealth and money, but also in the energy and abundance mindset around money. And because this month we're talking all about money mindset, of course, Vanessa was the first person that I reached out to get onto this conversation. So we are super, super excited that you're here, Vanessa. Why don't you tell folks that are watching a little bit more about you and what it is that you do?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a money and mindset coach. So I basically help my clients unpack all of the limiting beliefs, the money blocks that are stopping them from creating or attracting the money that they desire, and then also teach them the practical of how do you manage your money? How do you get out of debt? How do you save? How do you build wealth? Because you have to have the mindset and the practical together.
And I love that. And I know a little bit about your story. And I think that I'm going to definitely recommend that folks go and check you out to hear more about your story, because you did make that jump from more of a technical, tactical, financial planner, financial planner, would you say?
Well, background-wise, I'm a chartered professional accountant. So
that's what it was.
Accounting world, and then, yes, flipped over to personal finance.
And why was that? Like, tell us about why you made that journey. What was that drive for you?
Yeah, it was literally my own story. I didn't know how money worked. I made silly money decisions like most of us and learned how to shift that. I was lucky to be connected with a mentor who really showed me how to build wealth, how to allow my money to work for me. So it just became this passion of mine while my accounting career was progressing. And then it just came to the point where I felt I had to follow my heart, and I wanted to help more women understand their finances, create financial freedom for themselves. So that is literally how I decided to follow my heart's desires to get to where I am and to create this business.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so today, this whole conversation is jumping off from this main question, which is that how are you blocking your own financial abundance? Because would you say that most people are and don't even know it?
Oh my gosh, hands down. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can just take a look. If you look at your external life, your external financial life, the way your business is, if you're not where you want to be financially, it has to do with what you're doing internally, how you're thinking, how you're speaking, how you're behaving. So literally all of my clients, when they come to me, they have these ahas of, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was doing this, which blocked that. So I think we're all walking around with our own money blocks, and that's the power of really just being aware and identifying them so that you can move through them and open up abundance.
Oh my gosh, and heck yeah. So you have some thoughts here. You have some actions, some tips for us to really think about bringing into our own lives around how we elevate our money mindset. So I'm going to give you the floor to really share what you've come to share. Give us the meat and potatoes of Vanessa's brilliance.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll start with the first basic point is you have to identify your blocks. With anything in life, if you don't know the monster that you're fighting or the challenge that you're going against, how can you fight against it? How can you work through it or break through it. So number one point is you have to identify those blocks and get real with what it is that you believe. What are those limiting beliefs? Do you believe that you can't charge your worth, that you won't be successful, that other people can do it, but you can't? Like, what is all of that you don't have the money, that you can't afford? The more of those negative beliefs you keep saying, the more you're programming that into your subconscious, the more you're going to attract that. Yeah. So point one is identify the blocks. And then next, you have to work through them. And that takes time. That's, different types of methods that you can do to reprogram your mind, but you have to work through them. And you basically have to create a new mindset, elevate your money mindset to the level of what you want to bring in and attract. And then obviously after that, I always feel is that that's the first steps of shifting the mindset, but then you also have to get the practical. Because I truly believe that if you ask for abundance, if you actually shift and open yourself up to receive money in abundance, you also need to know how to manage it. Like, the universe is not going to give you a whole wad of cash if it knows you're not going to manage it properly, right? It's like you giving someone a gift and they're not appreciative, or they just throw it away and they don't do anything with it. It's the same thing with our money. If you receive abundance from the universe, you also have to treasure it and manage it correctly. So I feel like that's step 3. Everyone wants to know how to attract money, but they don't want to look at, well, how am I managing the money that's coming in? Am I budgeting? Am I saving? Am I investing? So they have to come hand in hand. Shifting the mindset and managing, you really have to have a holistic view if you want to create the financial life that you desire.
It's so interesting that the first thing that comes to mind is that stat about people that win the lottery, and I can't remember what within a year or two they've lost it all, they've spent it all or lost it all, and that comes back to that first of all those first 2 points, which is the mindset, and then also your habits. Like, if you have the same habits when you have lots of money, you're still gonna blow it. I went through a period in my 20s where I was earning a lot of money. I was earning 6 figures, which at that age is ridiculous. And I didn't do a damn thing with it. I traveled. I lived in expensive places. Like, I just blew through that money thinking it would always be there and it always come. And then when that ended and I transitioned in my life, it was like, oh, well, I look now at being 40 and back at how much I had made, and that I didn't do anything with that money. What I could have been investing, and I could have been buying property. And so that there's the belief around money in terms of deserving it or having it, but even things like I'm irresponsible with money, like that's a belief now, and that I need to rewire, right? Or I make bad financial decisions. Okay, so or even a money mindset around I have to choose between travel and being responsible. So even thinking that you can't have both. And so it's neat when you let go of the common money beliefs that everybody shares and really think about your own that you've taught yourself or that have been taught to you from a very young age.
Mm-hmm. It's so true and so powerful. And like, you're absolutely right. A lot of our blocks, it's, the past mistakes we've made and we're still living through them, but not realizing, or like you said, beliefs from other people, and not realizing that we can create our own truths and we can live those new truths.
100%. And that's the thing, we can rewrite it. And that's what you're saying. Like, we can create new grooves in the brain around our money beliefs. Yeah. So how do you recommend that people take action on this and start to make these shifts for themselves?
Yeah, like, great question. There's a lot of things you can do to shift your money mindset. I'll just share one of my fave things that I do every day. So I have what's called my morning money rituals. And I teach all of this to my clients. So it's a little long process, but I'll leave everyone with a few things that you can implement to create your own rituals. So one of the things I like to do is start opening myself with a mantra. So I say this one mantra that says, I open myself to receive all channels of money today.
Yeah.
That does is it blocks any resistance or anything that's going to block all channels. Like, sometimes we think that, my money can only come from my clients or my business. And so we're so laser focused on that, and we block the other channels of abundance. So by starting your day like that, you're opening yourself to literally all the abundance that the universe has for you.
You know what? So sorry, I'm totally going to interrupt because all I can think about is, we hear about diversifying our incomes, diversifying our investment portfolios, and you're like, diversify your money abundance funnels, like channels.
So true. Like, that's exactly it, because the universe wants to give us so much, but we're blocking that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I love to start off with that. It just releases any resistance. And then another thing that's in that whole ritual is multitude of gratitude. So I'm all about like writing what you're grateful for, but not just, what you're grateful for today, but also the things that you don't yet have. So expressing gratitude for what you don't yet have, because that tells your subconscious you already have it.
Yeah.
You attract it into your life. So that's another part of the rituals. Another part is your money song. So what this is literally any song that you choose that connects you to that future financial life. So it doesn't have to be a song about money, but it's a song that elevates your vibration. And that's the whole point. It's you listen to it, maybe you wake up and your mind's already going to the emails or the client you have to respond to, and you're already in that like kind of hustle mode and you're not in alignment. So just listening to the song will elevate your vibration so that you're more vibrating on the level of your financial desires. And you can listen to it all throughout the day if you want to. But that's one of the things that you want to bring in. And then also I like to do a money visualization. So it could just be as simple as just seeing money flow to you, but not just seeing it, you have to feel it.
Yeah.
So you have to feel that, this is abundance flowing to you. You are deserving of it. You are worthy of it. Just seeing and feeling the money around you, that meditation works like miracles if you can connect to the feeling of it. So that's a few steps. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm so sorry I interrupted you. And I like to summarize or to paraphrase. I mean, really what you're talking about is that combination of self-reflection and awareness, real tangible strategies or skills in terms of budgeting and whatnot, but then also like, how does it feel? What's the money song? What's the affirmation? What's the vibe you're getting into? And I think for folks that might have anxiety around money or fear or scarcity or pressure, it's connecting to the how you want to feel around money and around financial abundance, and especially for the entrepreneurs in your business and your business and money, really connecting to that feeling and then doing things that reinforce that feeling. And that's going to come in really handy if you feel that anxiety or fear kicking in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so true, because what you feel, like, that's the energy you're putting out. So that's what you're going to attract. You feel high vibe feelings, you're going to attract high vibe things.
Right. I love it. Oh my gosh, Vanessa, this has been brilliant. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing just a smidgen of what you do and your own process and just your money wisdom. This has been amazing. So now I know that you have a super fun money quiz. Do you want to tell folks a little bit about that? And just for you all listening, the link is in the description, so you can go and do that quiz right now. But Vanessa, tell us what people can expect from that.
Yeah. So it's a money personality quiz. So it's a really quick quiz that will allow you to see what your money personality type is. So there's 4 archetypes that I've created. So you'll see what your archetype is. And what that will do is allow you to then start to see what some of your money blocks are. So what thoughts are creating your money habits. So it's a real easy way to start to uncover and identify some of those blocks so you can start shifting those beliefs.
Brilliant. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, friends, thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry. Thank you so much for tuning in today and listening to what Vanessa has to share. Go and take that money personality quiz. Go find out what your own blocks are. You can go and follow Vanessa on Instagram. Her account link is in the description. And if you want to reach out, I'm guessing, Vanessa, you're probably pretty accessible. Folks can DM you. Folks can connect with you on your website. And maybe it's time to do a little digging into those money blocks so that you can really unblock yourself and attract that financial abundance that's just there and waiting for you.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. Amazing. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Vanessa, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
So now that you've heard from Vanessa on how you can start to shift your own mindset to start attracting financial abundance, how are you going to find the clients who are going to pay you that financial abundance in the first place? All right, if you haven't already, I want you to click that link below and go download my free course, The 4 Business Building Basics Every New Entrepreneur Needs to Know. If you're looking for a community filled with other first-time entrepreneurs where you can come network, soak up more free resources, and just have a good time, you're going to want to click that link below and come join my community, the Rad Connectors, on Facebook. Now that you've tapped into how you can change your mindset around money, I want you to come watch these 2 videos I've got lined up for you. The first one is how imposter syndrome may be making you undercharge in your business, and the next one are all about the 6 low vibe business habits that you can break today. All right, friends, until next time, I will see you online. Happy connecting.